everyone, today we're making Dacquoise. We had a bunch of egg whites saved up from making way too much custard cream lately and decided this yummy French treat would be the perfect way to use them. Dacquoise is the carefree relative of the macaroon and isn't so fuzzy to make. Let's get started. First step is to measure out the dry ingredients. Sift together 75 grams of almond flour, 55 grams of powdered sugar, and 20 grams of cake flour. Then we're going to do it again except subtract 5 grams of cake flour and add 5 grams of matcha powder to also make a matcha flavored version. Next we're going to make meringue. Seems scary but it's kinda easy. Into a bowl add 230 grams of egg whites. We're going to mix until a little foamy, then add 1/3 of our sugar. Keep mixing until about 70% finished or just before soft peaks. Then add the rest of the sugar and mix until stiff peaks form. These are soft. See? It flops over. Now see how it stands up? These are stiff and we're done. Now we will divide our meringue between the two bowls and gently but thoroughly mix. We don't want to kill the fluff, but we don't want any dry patches either. Once mixed, transfer to a piping bag without a tip. Repeat the process with the matcha flavor. Here we have a different bag with a round tip in it, and hopefully when we cut the full bag and put it inside, it will work. To pipe them, we're going to do a zigzag pattern, not overlapping too much. Honestly, size and shape doesn't matter much, just try to make them similar so they cook the same. Repeat until you're out of batter. Take the plain bag out, put the matcha flavor in, and repeat. Next, wet your finger and flatten their tails. Then dust with powdered sugar and repeat until they stop absorbing it. Should only be 2 or 3 times, much more and your batter was too wet. Move to the oven and bake for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Take them out and allow them to cool completely. And while they cool, we will make buttercream filling for them. In a bowl, combine 230 grams of room temp butter, 80 grams of powdered sugar, and 1 gram of salt. Also measure out 80 grams of heavy cream, but don't add it yet. Mix the butter and sugar until light and fluffy, making sure to scrape the bottom and side. Once light and fluffy, add in the heavy cream and again mix until light and fluffy. Transfer 1/3 to a piping bag, then split the remaining 2/3. To one, we're going to add 1 gram of matcha powder, and to the other, we're going to flavor it with 3 grams of cocoa powder. When ready, flip all the cookies upside down, then for the plain flavor, we're going to pipe a ring of buttercream onto half of them, then fill the middle with caramel. Finally, put the tops on and onto the matcha. For these, we're going to pipe on the matcha buttercream, then dots of the chocolate buttercream. Put the tops on these and here are our completed Dacquoise. They look quite elegant, but how do they taste? Light and chewy, very similar to a macaroon, but they are a bit bready like a cookie or cake. It's a really unique and yummy texture. The buttercream adds tons of rich sweetness and honestly is not needed. We actually scraped it off and found it to be better without. But try them both ways before deciding. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what will we cook next.